Today's video is especially for letter writing. Letters are important part of our official career. For exam point of view also, we should know how to write letters. Letters. Letters are of two types, formal and informal. Formal for official purpose and informal for non-official purpose. Today, I am going to discuss especially on formal letter. It is having a format and formal letters are of different types. That is what we are going to discuss in this video. So what is a format that we need to follow to when we are writing a formal letter? So the format is we should write the from address, then comes date, then comes to address, then comes subject, then salutation, content and conclusion. So these are the things that we have to write when we are writing a formal letter. It is a general format and there will be some addition or addition according to the nature of each letters. So different types of formal letters are there. So according to the different types of letters, there may be some addition or addition. So which are the different types of formal letter? That is what the next topic. Letter to the editor, job application or covering letter, interview letters, appointment letters, business enquiry letters, offer letters, quotation or order letter, execution letters, grievance redressal letters, follow-up letters, recommendation letters. So these are the different kinds of letters in formal format. So the first one is letter to the editor. So what do you mean by letter to the editor? So when we need to write a letter to the editor, when we are having a public concern matter to be published in a newspaper, we can write a letter to the editor. Or if we find any mismatch about an article that published in a newspaper, then also we can write a letter to the editor. So now the letter format has been changed into an email format, but the same format we need to follow, the format of a formal letter. So what are the things that we need to write when we are writing a letter to the editor? It should be in a format of formal letter. Then subject should be avoided. Yeah, that is the important part when we are writing a letter to the editor. That is, subject should be avoided. Content should be short and precise. It should be related to the public concerned area or the column published in the newspaper. So we are not at all able to write this and that to a letter to the editor. We need to write a solid matter to the letter to the editor. That is an important thing. Then I had given an example of a letter to the editor. Write a letter to the editor expressing your opinion about polluting water resources and damaging ecosystem in the water resources. That is a question to write a letter to the editor. So when we are preparing for examination or writing for the examination, these kinds of questions may come in the exam question paper also. So write a letter to the editor for a public concern matter. So I had given an answer also. Then first one is what I have told you. The first one is from address. The from address is given here. Radhika MS, HND flat number 2A, Aluva. That is a from address. Now the next one is date. 2nd January 2020. That is a date. Then to address, chief editor, Malayalam Manorama, Kottayam. So that is what from address, date, to address. Then I have told you that the subject should be avoided. So I haven't written the subject over here. Then comes salutation, sir. Then comes the content. So content should be short and precise. I have told you that. So what is the matter? That only we need to write in the letter to the editor, or whatever it is, or whatever kind of formal letter is that, we need to write the subject content only. No need of writing an elaborate paragraph in a formal letter. Then myself, Radhika MS, resides at Alva near Pediyar River, brings under your notice about a serious issue of water pollution of the longest river in Kerala. Today I have witnessed that the river is flowing in black color. It is mainly due to the chemicals nearby factories, which when it is turning black, the fishes are coming out due to the chemicals and it is creating a severe effect on the ecosystem. It is not only disturbing the ecosystem, it is affecting the human beings also. So it is to be taken care. So please write an article about it as it is to bring under the government notice for immediate action. So that is about the content. Then comes conclusion. Thanking you, yours faithfully, Radhika MS. So it is an example for a formal letter or a letter to the editor. So I think it is clear to you. Now, the next one is covering letter or a job application letter. When we are submitting a resume, we need to write a covering letter also along with that. So that is also an important letter that we should learn how to write a covering letter. Then what is a covering letter? Job application letters are important as it is for getting a job. We must prepare giving up utmost care. Then sometimes we are writing a letter job application letter by seeing an advertisement in a daily newspaper or simply forwarding an application to a company. So whatever it is, we need to include the resume. Resume is a compulsory thing. Along with that resume, we need to include a covering letter also. Then what is the format of a covering letter? From address, date, to address, subject, salutation, content and conclusion. So these are the things that we need to include when we are writing a formal letter. So along with the job application letter, we will submit the resume so that it will be mentioned in the covering letter. So that also to be mentioned in the covering letter. It means I have attached or enclosed a resume along with this letter. That is also to be mentioned. So example for a job application or a covering letter. Now I'll give you the first one is, write a job application letter or a covering letter to a company. Advertisement published in a daily on 15th December 2019 for the post of an assistant manager in a multinational company. So that is a question for writing a covering letter. So I'll read out the answer also. You can refer it, and you have to prepare a covering letter by your own. Then only it will be clear to you. So you just go through it and write a covering letter by your own. So the answer is Lenin PS, Navodaya Flat, Trivandrum, 15th December 2019. Then HR manager, V-Guard Builders Private Limited, Ernakulam. Then comes subject, application for the post of an assistant manager. Then salutation. Sir, with reference to your advertisement published in Hindu newspaper on 15th December 2019, I am writing a job application for the post of an assistant manager in your esteemed company. I am a postgraduate in a business administration, having 3 years of experience in a business field as an administration. I am attaching a detailed resume of myself along with this letter. Hope you will consider my application form for the post of assistant manager in your esteemed company. Looking for a favorable response from you. Thanking you. Yours faithfully, Lenin PS. So that is about the and I have included the enclosure also. Enclosure is resume. I am attaching my resume also along with this letter that I have already discussed in the content. So along with at the end of the letter also we need to mention that enclosure resume. So this is the format of writing a resume covering letter for when we are submitting a resume to a company. So I think it is clear to you now. Now after receiving the covering letter, the company may send a letter to the applicant. So that is also should be in formal letter format. So what is to be how to frame a interview call letter, that is also we need to know. Then interview call letter, what are the things to be remembered? Interview call letter is also another formal letter. We need to follow the format of formal letter. It should have a from address, date, to address, subject, salutation, content, conclusion. When we are writing a content of an interview call letter, it should include the date, time, venue and other formalities regarding the interview. So what are the things to be informed to the candidate? That all these things should be given in the interview call letter. The interview letters are given from the company. So it should be in a letterhead. So no need to write the from address again. So when a company is sending a letter, that will be in their letterhead. So we don't have to write the from address again. Then look at the answer of this question. The question is, write a letter to the candidate who had sent an application for the post of an assistant manager. That is a question for writing an interview call letter. Now just look at the answer I had given here. V-Guard Builders Private Limited, Ernakulam. Email vguard@gmail.com. Contact number 0484 2367 565. So that is about the letterhead. So usually letterhead will be having these information along with the PAN number along with other details regarding that company. So this is about letterhead. Then comes the date, 28th December 2019. Then comes the receiver's address, Lenin PS, Navodaya Flat, Then comes the subject, interview call letter. Then comes the content. Mr. Lenin, we got your application for the post of an assistant manager in our company. We are satisfied with your resume for this post. The interview for the post of an assistant manager is scheduled to 22nd December 2019. So there is a correction in that printing or typing. Just read it as 2019. You are requested to reach in our headquarters on 22nd December 2019 at 10 a.m. Hope you will be there on time to attend the interview. So that is about the content. And conclusion, you are sincerely for V-Guard Builders HR Manager Satish Kumar. So this is an example for an interview call letter. So I think it is clear to you now. Now you just write an interview call letter to from your company. So you are going to send an interview call letter to a candidate who had applied for the post of a assistant manager. So you have to frame a interview call letter for for this question. Now the next one is appointment letter. If somebody is satisfied by the interview, if the management is satisfied with any candidate, they will be sending the appointment order. So appointment order should also be in formal letter format. So it should be in letterhead. Content should include in this appointment letter. It should be the content should be congratulations, date of joining, details about the office for joining, post of appointment, salary scale. So all these things should be included in the content of appointment letter. So that is the only thing that we need to remember. So in the beginning itself, I have told you that the content may have some addition but based on the nature of that letter. That is why I have specified this again in this question, that when we are writing an appointment order, it should include the congratulation, date of joining, scale of pay, the details about the office for joining. All these things should be included in this content. So I will give a question here. Write an appointment letter to a candidate who have selected for the post of an assistant manager. So that is a question. So you have to write an interview appointment order. So that is also should have from address usually. As it is an appointment order, it should be in a letterhead because it is given by the company. So it should be in a letterhead. Then comes the date, then comes the receiver's address, then comes the subject, then comes the content. So I have already told you what are the things to be included in the content that is to be included. Then comes conclusion. These are the things. Then next one is business enquiry letters. So that is also an important part of writing letters. Important type of formal letter. So in business enquiry letter also should be in a formal letter format. It should include, the content should include details about the product, offers, discounts, availability of product, etc. That is the things that we need to include when we are writing a business enquiry letter. When we need to purchase something from a company, we may ask about their discounts or products, about the details about the products or availability of the product. All these things we would like to know. For that purpose only we are writing a letter to the company. So that are the things to be included in this content. So that is about business enquiry letter. Then the other letters, let me take that other kinds of letters also. Then offer in business enquiry letter we have completed. Then comes offer letter. So the company may be giving some kind of offers, maybe due to the year-end sale or because of festival season or clearance sale or any because of such purpose the company may give some kind of offers. So it is to be given publication, or it is to be advertised, or it is to be informed to the public. So for that purpose they may send offer letters. So you have to, the content is same as that what we have discussed so far. It should be in formal letter. It should have from address, to address, date, subject, content, conclusion. All these things should be there, but the content should include the offers that the company is providing, why it is providing 50% discount or company clearance sale, whatever it is, that is to be specified. So that these are the things to be included in offer letter. Then quotation letter. What do you mean by quotation letter? When we would like to do a service or a job to another person, we would like to submit a quotation. So after reading the quotation, the customer may select the company or the person to do that work. So we have to specify what kind of job we would like to undertake, or what are the facilities that we are providing. All these things have to be included in the content. So that is about quotation letter. Then execution letter. Execution letter means after receiving the order, the company will be sending a letter to this customer that we got your orders, and your order will be delivered shortly, or when the date of delivery. All these things will be included in this execution letter. So the date of delivery, the package details, if it is coming by parcel service, all the details about the parcel service, all these things will be there in the execution letter. So that is the thing we need to include in the execution letter's content. Then grievance redressal letter. When the customers are receiving a product, if the customer is feeling any kind of problem, the customer can register a complaint to the company. So that is a grievance letter. The complaint and details about the product, all these things have to be included in the grievance letter. Then redressal letter means when the companies after receiving the grievance, the company will be telling what are the steps that they have taken to correct the grievance. That is what redressal letter. Then follow-up letters after the grievance redressal, they will be having a communication with the customer and with the company. So that is what follow-up letters, what are the next step they have to take, or what are the things to be keep in mind. All these things will be there in follow-up letters. Then recommendation letter, if something to be recommended, if a person to be recommended for an appointment or the post or suggestions, all these things can be included in the recommendation letter. So these are the different kinds of letters or a formal letters that we have to learn for our official career and also for our exam point of view. So hope you understood different kind of formal letter, and it will be helpful for you to write and score good marks, and also for to lead a good official career or to do your work without any mistake. Thank you. Hope you will like and subscribe my channel. Once again, thank you. See you. Bye.